You've got AI, you've got FinCom, you've got all these things that are promising they'll do a mortgage for you and it's faster and easier. But the human component, the mistakes you can make by taking the lowest rate, but not telling me that you plan on switching jobs in 3 years. And now you want to redo your mortgage and there's a big interest adjustment penalty. And you'll ask me why didn't I mention that? That's the stuff we focus on and the mistakes I made. So I joke with the staff all the time. I'm not the president. I'm not the principal broker. I'm a member. Okay. We constructed this company on the mistakes that I made and a lack of education that's actually out there. You can use the equity and the power of equity to improve your financial situation and actually get the products that you need later on if you've got a right plan in place. So there's very little planning. I make that a broad statement. There are brokerages outside of ours that do that as well, focus on planning and education. But those are the top percent of the people in the industry that are making changes and teaching clients what to do with equity.
When I look around Newboro and I take a look at your brand and your website, if I were to describe it in a word, I would say it feels approachable. Because when you look at a mortgage transaction, similar to buying a home and getting financing, they go hand in hand. It's so overwhelming. And I'm speaking from personal experience as well. I recently took out a mortgage within the past year, actually. And myself being a business owner, self-employed, it has its own set of extra elements to consider, right? And I absolutely had that same issue where I was just starving for clarity. Like it seems to be there's an abundance of information out there, and yet there is such a lack of clarity.
That's so true. Even in my own mortgage, I'm also business for self. I'm in the business. The microscope on me is a lot larger because I might be manipulating the system. I have to get another brokerage to help me facilitate my own mortgage, and I don't qualify for the best rates. I have to look at the products that make the most sense and use my education and think about planning and what I need to do. And that conversation, Vlad, is not had enough. Even today, we're very busy right now with what's happening in the market, and we're inundated with calls. Solely the first 5 seconds of the conversation is what's the lowest rate? And I teach everybody here, and I do it for myself. I'm not in the lowest rate product. It's not about rate. It's about what are you doing? What's the why behind the mortgage move? What's your next 3 years look like? What's your next 5 years look like? And often I say this with all due, we did a mortgage just a little while ago for an investment property. My wife was on title and she went to sign at the bank, and I gave her a list of questions. I want you to ask these questions and I want to hear the answer. And she came out. I said, well, honey, tell me, I want to know, feed me. What did they tell you? She's like, they didn't answer those questions. And that's not every bank, and that's not every mortgage brokerage. It's just, you're right. It's when I'm writing stuff for our website, or I'm writing a piece, I'm preaching how important it is for your own as a consumer, to pick somebody who will guide you, be a really good guide and give you those answers and give you the clarity that you need, and look out for you and say, Vlad, in 2 years from now, if you're planning on having a baby, that's amazing. Have you thought about what that might change to the size of your condo, or will you want to move? And instead, people are lowest rate, 5-year fix. They follow the bank's plan. The lowest rate is a 5-year fix for a reason. It's their plan. It comes with, if your life has any changes, it comes with an interest adjustment penalty. And those are the things we educate and talk about all the time, and try and open clients' minds as to what's your best next move with your equity and your mortgage.